Good morning. Welcome back. I am Lucinda Monique, and this week we are resetting my routines. So, last week I pressed record, and this week I am resetting some of my routines. Right now, my morning routine is a very short and quick one, and what I want to go towards is a more slowful, meaningful morning where I can enjoy my coffee, meditate, exercise, pray, do a little bit of Bible study, and have a more intentional morning to my routines. So then that way I can have an even beautiful day. Now, I did try this out on this past Monday and I actually really enjoyed it, but I only did it just on Monday and that was it. I had to go into work a little earlier than my scheduled time. So, Monday, I took the time to get up around 4:30. I came and sat into my living room, no lights, made some warm water with lime juice, sat there, talked to God for a little bit, prayed for everyone in my office and those around me for that day, including my family and friends. And I felt like that helped set my tone for Monday. Now, I didn't do it the rest of the week, and I want to lean more towards doing that without having to get up extremely early. However, I do realize that I am going to have to do that because that's the only time that I would have available to be able to get into that type of a routine for myself. So, this week I am going to be planning and using some strategies that I was introduced to last weekend from my sister. She sent me a video from Dr. Nina who went over several strategies to help you have a better after work evening routine, but I'm going to use some of those strategies to help build both my morning and my evening routine. So, if this is something that you are interested in, let me know in the comments and let me know what your routines are right now. So, her first strategy is to do an energy audit. And as she was explaining it, I already knew that I needed to reset, hence this video right here. She said that if you're physically tired, then that just simply means that you need to rest, take a nap. And if you're mentally drained, then most likely you need to reset something. She has some really great checklists and workbooks that she offered that she created herself. And I will include all of that information in the description box. It's a workbook for setting goals, and then she has a checklist for setting boundaries. I did go over it a little bit, but I'm going to take some time during this plan to journal about what I want to incorporate into my routines, because I really want to be very intentional about setting these routines for myself so that I know that I'm going to be able to do it. I want them to be doable, fun, creative, and something to really look forward to. So I want to romanticize my routines so that I know, like, hey, I look very forward to doing my routines. So right now I don't. So I know doing this, I feel like it would be so much better. So if you're interested in doing that, stay tuned. So going back to what she said about the energy levels, or the energy audit, she said that mental fatigue actually gets worse when you don't change anything. So I know that this reset was even more needed when she said you don't change anything in your current routine. And right now I haven't changed anything. So right now, this plan I feel like will definitely help me and set me up for success. So her second strategy is a transitional ritual. So for her, she says Dr. Nina checking out, and then Nina checking in for her household as a mom, a wife, a sister, aunt. I'm not sure if she's all of those, but just checking in to who she is at home and not at work. Because at work, she's not a wife. She's still a wife, but that's not her role. So Dr. Nina is the doctor of what she is doing at work. So separating the two definitely makes sense. And she also said something about changing clothes. So getting out of your work clothes and then putting on clothes to let you know I'm at home, I'm not at work. And that's something that I've always done anyway because of my job. I wear a uniform every day. So I already know I'm not about to sit in my uniform all night, even if I'm not feeling well. That's literally the first thing that is taken off when I get into the door. And I don't have to necessarily say I'm checking out and checking in, but I do plan on incorporating that just so that I can set that boundary for after work phone calls or even text messages. Just keep it to a minimum for the most part because I can't completely check out, but checking in more for my home, for my family and friends, that's definitely something that I do plan to do. Um, I'm on the West Coast and most of my family are on the East Coast, so I do have a big time gap in communication. So for me, sometimes I will stay up a little bit later at night or even get up early in the morning just to communicate with my family and friends because I know that's the time that they're on. I wasn't planning on excluding my phone for the most part because that is my main communication when it comes to family and friends, but also work. But I do plan to minimize the communication. So setting time blocks for myself after work for about an hour or two where I'm not really answering phone calls or messages until after that time block is completed so that I can work on me. That time block will include working out, cooking, just spending time with myself after work, reflecting, seeing where I am, checking my energy levels, just to monitor how I'm feeling. Because, like I said, you can't take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself. And this is me taking care of myself so that way I can take care of my family and friends. So, another thing that I was planning on doing is romanticizing my life a little bit more. So I think when I get home, I do want to plan to light candles a little bit more often. I love candles, so I feel like once I get home, hey, set a nice candle, light it, let it fill the room, and then get into my time blocked periods. So then that way it's separate. I don't have candles at work, so I think doing that will help my mind to be like, we're at home, we're relaxing. I think it'll help me get into my evening routine a little bit better because I love having a well scented home. So choosing the right candles, especially around holidays, I think would be really nice to help with setting the moods for that transition into the evenings and probably the mornings too. I'll probably light a candle in the morning just to get my day started. So, another strategy that she mentioned was having a notebook or a planner on the couch or somewhere close to where you can jot down anything you have in your brain from ideas, things that you need to do, and plan. So I think that's one thing that I will have on my couch for the most part. Maybe I don't want to say next to my bed. I normally read in bed, so I don't really take too many notes or anything like that. So I think I may include a planner and a notebook on the couch for whenever I have ideas, because I always have ideas while I'm on the couch. So sometimes I actually get out my phone and just start putting things in my notes. So instead of doing that, I think I'll just start writing it down in a notebook or even in a planner, especially when it comes to planning things, because I'm not putting them in my notes for the most part. I may forget it. So that'll be a little bit of a change for me. And I think that will help me moving forward. And so, another strategy that I am going to use during my routines is setting up the night before. So, I know school used to set out your clothes and things like that, or at least I did from time to time, not all the time. And I still do that from time to time, depending on what I want to be doing the next day. I think that's something that I will start to incorporate again, but more so for my morning and then maybe my evenings. For the mornings, I make coffee. I use Javy Concentrate coffee, and that was I did a little bit of research for that because I wanted to have my mornings go a little bit faster because, like I said, I only had enough time to get up, get ready for work, and then really leave. But I would always take the time to make my coffee, and that was taking 10-15 minutes to make my coffee. So I was like, there's got to be a better way to make my coffee, or even a faster way to make my coffee. And that's how I found the Javy Concentrate coffee. So that's what I use now. And honestly, it's been a game changer. All I have to do is just add it to my cup. You can make a latte out of it. You can make hot coffee, cold coffee. They even have protein coffee, and I enjoy that as well. But this honestly has been such a game changer. If you are looking for concentrated coffee that tastes good, Javy is definitely it. There's some other ones out there, but Javy for me, they have different flavors. I think the one I used today was French vanilla, which tastes really good when you pair it with other French vanilla products. But this was to help me move a little bit faster in my morning routine. So just finding some things to help me was really important. So I think this is going to be my go-to now. I feel like I don't think I'm going to go back to the brewed coffee for a while unless it's on the weekends, just because I still want to have something quick. I don't want to have to brew it and then get all of these things out. I don't have to dirty up more dishes in the morning before going to work. So going back to prepping the night before, I can set up my cup. I can set up the station in the morning to have a better preparation to make my coffee in the morning. I normally fill up my water bottles to take with me to go to work, and then for lunch I'll grab everything that I want to take for lunch, and then I'll place it together in the refrigerator. So all I have to do is just grab all of it and then put it in my bag. All right, so I will also be putting out my clothes for my walking pad. I like to walk in the mornings on my walking pad, so I'll make sure that I'll have clothes set out for that. And then if I want to do any yoga, Pilates in the morning, then I'll make sure that I'll have my clothes out for that as well the night before, just so that in the morning I don't have to think about anything. I just grab what I have, put it on, and then continue with whatever it is I'm going to do, whether it be meditation, yoga, Pilates, or walking on my walking path. I would not have an excuse not to do it, because I also have a goal of losing 10 pounds. So we're gonna have to do this. No excuses. We have to get on to doing something better, because if I don't, I'm not going to change. This is my plan that I am setting up for myself. I don't have it written out right now, but I will have it all written out, and then I'm going to create some trackers for myself, and then I'm going to probably have an accountability partner. I think that would be really nice. I think this time of year for me, I feel like it's the best time to start resetting, because it's really close to the new year. So I think having this reset now is going to set me up for success for the beginning of 2026. Because if you think about it, like literally, what, 4 months away? Like, we only have about 4 months. We have September, October, November, and then December. And then it's January 2026. Like, I normally don't set New Year's resolutions. I just set goals for myself. And I used to do quarterly vision boards, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and get back into that. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you have the bell notifications on and you subscribe. I think October, I am going to go ahead and plan for a vision board event for anybody that would like to come. I don't know. We'll see. I used to have them all the time with my family, because I was really like set on getting some things done. When was that? 2023? Yeah, 2023. I created my vision board, my quarterly vision board, in December of 2022 for the first quarter of 2023. And I want to say that I met one of those goals that I had. They were very short goals. So 12 goals that I had for myself each quarter of 2023. So I think I want to get back into that. I'll probably start with my family again if they're interested. But of course, if you would like to join us, then that would definitely be okay. I think we would love to have you. Okay, so before we get into resetting these morning routines, I want to take some time out to start journaling. I will have some journal prompts somewhere on the screen so that you can enjoy journaling with me. I'll also include them in the description box, so then that way you can already have the journal prompt if you would like to start journaling beforehand. So, all right, before we get into resetting and planning, I want you to take a deep breath in and then a deep breath out. And I want you to take this moment to start reflecting. I would like for you to go ahead and grab your journal, or just take a mental note and just think about one habit that has drained you this month or this past week. All right, so this is our vibe check. Please, whatever you do not skip this step. I want you to really reflect. Think about things that have drained you, because I feel like those things that you noticed that has drained you either this past month or even this past week, if you can set up boundaries for those things, you will set yourself up for success in creating your boundaries. You'll know what and to set boundaries. So if it's phone calls early in the morning or really late at night, then you know those are going to need to be minimized or diminished, or I'm going to say deleted, because who wants to have phone calls early in the morning unless you have to, something that's draining you, that will save you from your mental health moving forward. So if we can create some boundaries to eliminate those phone calls early in the morning or even late at night, then let's get to it. So I think reflecting can be something for us to have as an anchor. So before resetting or planning something new for ourselves, I really want us to take the time to start reflecting on the things that are in our lives currently, whether it's good or bad, something that's us or draining us. Take the time to recognize those things so that you can know what and where to reset and moving forward. So I think those things help us to stop repeating the same thing over and over again. So, knowing what's nourishing us, know what's draining us, we can move forward in creating better atmospheres and environments for ourselves. Um, I think honestly why I need this reset, like I have so many things in my life right now that aren't exactly nourishing me, but at the same time they're not draining me. It's just I really need something different in my life. And I think these YouTube videos can help with those journeys for me. And I think that's one reason why I wanted to do the YouTube videos. But reflecting over the past month or so and why I pressed record last week was because I really needed something different in my life. And this is my difference. This is the change that I'm creating so that I can do something different and do something that's kind of is a accountability to myself, but it's me taking the to do this so that I am being accountable to myself, because I have this myself doing the things that I said that I was going to do, and this is one of them. This is of many things that I said I was going to do. I've started doing some of those things, but I still need to get into other things that I need to do. And these I feel like will definitely set myself up for success. And I think overall, like I would be satisfied. I would be happier, I guess you could say, because I'm the things that I said I wanted to do. So that's fulfilling. So I want you to drop in the comments, what are some things that you said that you were going to do and you haven't done it yet? Let me know, because maybe we can be accountable to one another, or like I said, creating the community of having come along journey with you, have somebody rooting for you, helping you. Like that's what we're here for, to help one another. So yeah, let us in the comments, what have you been holding yourself back from, or you haven't done? Like what are things that you said that you were going to do and you haven't done it yet? All right, so let's get into resetting and setting some goals for ourselves. Resetting routines and setting some goals. Those are two very important things moving forward. Resetting boundaries, routines that will work for us, and then setting some goals. And I'm talking about your Pinterest type of vibe. I'm talking about some doable, actionable goals we can have to use on our journeys. So, I have a couple of journal prompts for you. What do you want to feel more of the rest of this month going into the following month? If it's something that is nourishing you, for me, I think it would be more YouTube ones so that I can stay consistent, and to more practice. Just getting on camera, talking without notes, with and without notes, because I have so many notes in here that I just want to read it all to you, but that would be not good. The second is, what's one non-negotiable boundary you need to set? I think me, it was the phone calls. Just boundaries on phone calls. More so at night than in the morning, because I would rather have an early phone call than a late phone call. And for me, honestly, the late phone call to me, I just feel like something's wrong, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they calling me so late at night? Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? That's thoughts when I get a late phone call. Early phone calls, I'm like, oh, it's morning. Good morning. How are you? I guess I can get my day started now. It's more like a wake call for me. But I'm minimizing those phone calls early in the morning or late at night will help me to have better routines. And then the third question I have for journal prompt is, what can I add to my mornings or my night to support my peace? And I think that kind of goes with question 2, setting boundaries. However, from what I can add for my mornings and my evenings is reading the Bible. I recently reading some Bible study plans that I'm really, really enjoying now. They also have reflection questions in there, and it just really gets you to think, reflect on life. Like, God is good to me. Like, He helps with absolutely everything, and He's always there, always on time. Like, there is a day that goes by and God is not showing up for me. So I think reading the Bible, the plan that I've had for a bit now, I actually got this Bible study book back in January, but I literally just started reading it a few weeks ago, and I've been reading it like almost like I will take a moment to meditate and say a quick prayer, like, God, just me in the direction of which Bible study plan that you want me to read tonight. And they've all been right on point. They've been on time for that day of what I was thinking and everything. So I think just having more moments like that in the morning and at night will help me to have more peace. So yeah, I will include that study book that I have that I just started reading in the description box if you're interested in getting that one. All right, so I do have some self-care goals that I want to get. Like I said, I want to lose about 10 pounds. So I do plan to start walking more, working out, been to physical therapy for my lower back. So I haven't really been doing too much of Pilates or yoga, which I probably need to do more yoga. But I kind of got a little bit about a month ago, but my back was hurting so much with it. I was just like, no, I can't do this right now. So, self-care that I have planned for myself will be to incorporate some light yoga and Pilates. So that way I'm not messing up my back further. But I'll also incorporate some of the exercises that I've had during my therapy sessions. And while we're talking about self-care goals, go ahead and drop in the comments, what's a self-care goal that you want to work on? Let us know in the comments. So that way we can hype each other up so we can get into it. It's almost 2026. Don't let these goals hold you back, okay? We're here to help one another. I'm just saying. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with someone who you think would enjoy this video, who would enjoy this community, who is wanting to reset their routines or reset their goals, set some boundaries, who wants to join a community who is helping one another. Yeah, and to hit the subscribe button because I would love for you to be here every week with me. Okay, so real teens should feel good. I think this is where I was getting stuck in creating better habits for myself, and I was not sticking to anything. So I'm trying some things out. Instead of saying I have to do yoga every morning to reach my goal, I'm going to shift it to I get to move my body in a way that feels really good today. So I'm going to do some yoga to feel even better. I know it might seem or sound a little fluffy, but sometimes that's what I need to get my brain and my body going in the morning. I think that's how we turn routines into rituals. I want my morning routines to be my go-to morning ritual. I think that would be helpful in romanticizing my morning routines. So then that way it's something that I look to, a candle before I start journaling, or playing my favorite playlist while I'm cooking dinner or working out or even doing my skincare. I actually used to do that a long time ago. Um, I would Echo set up my playlist for first thing in the morning. It would automatically come on, and I knew, like, okay, get up. And now I can get into either yoga, meditation, get into the bathroom and start doing my skincare. And that was just like how I was starting to do my routines. But now I really don't have that. Even though I still have my Echoes, I don't have them set up to play music anymore in the morning. And that's something that I might get back into to help with this journey of resetting my goals, my routines. So that's what it's called on the Echo, to play routines. I think that's definitely something that I'll see if that'll help get back into it. Just having a really good playlist to do anything, I feel like will really help with the vibe of whatever it is that I'm doing. So you already know. If you have a good playlist, drop it in the comments because I'm always looking for new playlists on Apple Music. I don't really use Spotify all that much, but if you have a Spotify, Spotify playlist. Let us know in the comments. I would love to check it out. But yeah, a lot of music on YouTube also. Like when I'll find a playlist to listen to while I cook, or even when I'm working out. Like I use his YouTube handle. His videos always say porch vibes. I love watching and listening to his music while walking on my walking pad. And I be singing, dancing, but yeah, music, like I love it. So I think that is something that I am going to definitely start incorporating into my routines. Just so I can have something to, vibe, set the tone, what it is that I'm doing. So yeah, let us know what those playlists are because I would love to listen. Okay, so I have this new idea that I want to do for one of my weekly routines. And that, so I have to type it out. So I'm gonna read it from here. The one that I'm going to start doing is a weekly check-in with myself, and I'm going to turn this into, I'm going to say about a minimum of 15 minutes to check in with myself, where I'm going to light a candle, maybe burn some incense, just so I can set the mood. I might play a little bit of meditation music, and then into reflecting on the past week, some wins, losses, lessons that I needed to do or not do, lessons that I needed to learn, something at work that I'm not saying that I shouldn't have done, but like if I within this past week. And the reason why I say lessons is because of the Bible study plan that I'm reading. It doesn't say anything in there about having like lessons learned, but like if I could do anything different next week, like what would that be? Like, you know, would it be showing up a little differently? Or maybe even coming in a little early, leaving a little bit later than I normally do. Would that be making a difference at work? I don't know, maybe it would. Showing up differently. That's a lesson for me because I think it's very much needed right now. I have read a love letter to my future self. Now, I'm not planning to do that weekly, but I do plan on having this be like a weekly and a monthly ritual that I do to help with kind of like resetting me in a way. I guess I could do like a future self weekly letter, like, hey, this is to you for next week. Don't forget to live, laugh, and love, or monthly, like, hey, last month was great, but let's do this next month. We We love that you did this. I think we should continue to do this next month. So I might try that out actually. And then the last thing I have is setting one intention. One, just that's it. Just one intention for the week. Like, I think one intention that I can do next week is doing yoga because I need it so bad. Like physical therapy, I've been in it for like 2 months now, and I still have lower back pain. So, doing some yoga will definitely be very good and beneficial for me. So, that is one intention that I will probably actually stick to. So, that's one thing that I'm gonna do. I hope that you check this mini ritual routine out. I will leave it down in the comments below so that you can take a look at it as well. And if you have any rituals, you already know. Let us know what those are so that we can take a look at it. I might incorporate something that you have on your list. I'm always for something new, trying things, doing things different because I mean, I'm gonna know if something works for me or not if I don't try it, you know? I'm your tester. You could be mine too. Test this one out for me. It's just something that I came up with. I don't know if it's gonna work for me or not. I hope that it does because I like all of these things. If it doesn't work out for me weekly, then I can definitely do it monthly at the end of the month. Like on day of the month or the last Saturday of the month. I can do that. Just so way it's not like a weekly that I have to. This is your time to also reset if you need to. Join me resetting my self-care goals and my morning and evening routines. Over the next few weeks, I will be recording my routines and then get into my evening routines as I kind of like routines a little bit more. I don't want to have it be completely consistent yet. I'm more like in my testing out right now for my morning routine. So, 2 weeks I will be doing my routines a little bit differently. Routines that I hope work for me for the rest of this year. So then that way I'll know what works for me going into 2026 because you look good, you feel good. I think having these routines in place will help me to look good, be good. Um, like this is definitely a thing that definitely needs to happen. So, yeah. So, it isn't about perfection. It's about being gentle. It's about creating moments that matter and showing up even when it's messy, you know? So, to drop your self care goals in the comments below so that we can hype each other up. Like this video if you're ready for your journey or you want to join me on my journey. Share this with somebody who you would like to be accountable with, or share this with somebody who could use this video right now. And of course, hit the subscribe button so we can grow together. Till next time, stay hydrated, stay kind to yourself, and stay glowing.